in two wide formation. And again, we told you we were going to have a special treat for you. First time Lucas Oil Speedway for the Pitts Homes and Realty Weekly Racing Series on restarts tonight. Instead of a Delaware double file restart, they will have the choose cone put out in place to where the drivers are able to choose if they want to go to the inside lane or the outside lane. One verification in that is there will not be the pole driver on the front row all to his own. They're going to stack them and pack them side by side, let them pick which way they want to go. We're also going to have a naming game. Let you decide, maybe even through Facebook, what we're going to name that choose cone. Something we possibly might do just to pique some interest, but we'll have the choose cone for all restarts. But we know every start will be side by side, and tonight Trevor Drake gets to lead them to the green for the B Mods. Trevor Drake leads lap number 1, 3 wide for second. Sheets, Dimmitt, and Andy Bryant, second, third, and fourth. Sheets will clear both Dimmitt and Andy Bryant. Bryant to the inside, up to third. J.C. Carroll in the 94. JT going to make a good run as a 3-car battle. Slides up in front of the 66 of Ethan Isaacs. JT takes 5th. Ryan Eddy up to 6th. And now JT going to motor past Waylon Dimmitt. That's a battle for 4th. Top 3 all spread out with Drake, Sheets, and Andy Bryant. Then JT clearing Waylon Dimmitt. And now John Sheets will challenge for the lead. The 7, the 8, running 1 and 2. Clean and green through the first 4 laps, led by Trevor Drake. He's had all 4 laps under his belt so far, but John Sheets knocking on the door. The top 2 cars have spread themselves out from third running Andy Bryant by half a straightaway. Then it's another 8 or 9 car lengths back to JT Carroll riding in 4th. Then the 66s of Ryan Gilmore and Ethan Isaacs are side by side. That is a battle for 5th and 6th. Gilmore in 5th, Ethan Isaacs in 6th. Trevor Drake with 15 top 5s. He has ran second on more than one occasion, but has yet to hit the money. He's got 3 top 5s here at Lucas and is second in points right behind the driver that is directly behind him right now in John Sheets. Battle for 4th wages on. Gilmore now running top shelf to the outside of JT Carroll. Slides past him down the backstretch. JT nosedives down to the bottom of the track. Ryan Gilmore continues to run high, and Gilmore at the line up to P4 as he passes JT Carroll. Carroll back to 5th. J.C. Morton gradually working up through the field. J.C. started back in 12th. He's up to 6th, so he has cut the field in half. And we have crossed past the midway point. 10 laps down, 10 to go. And the 2 cars out in front still continue to pull away from Andy Bryant. They are now 3 seconds ahead of third running Andy. Trevor Drake's last win came back in 24 when he was a 2-time winner. He won at Monette, won at Springfield. Battle for third now. Ryan Gilmore has caught up with Andy Bryant. Brushes up against the left rear quarter of the 28. At the line, Gilmore is now up to third. He is running out of time as we've only got 7 laps left. Lap traffic now dead ahead of Trevor Drake. Nick Drew would be going a lap down the next time Trevor Drake passes anyone. It would be the 15 of Drew. And a little bit of a cushion now for Drake, as he has about a 5-car length advantage over John Sheets. Doesn't have to get too anxious in passing the 15. Wants to try to time it out, as he will go around the outside of the 15. A little bit of a bobble sends Drew up the track and allows John Sheets to cut into the lead. And then a looper right in front of the leaders. That is Burge. Colby Burge gets sideways right on the entry to turn number 4. Midwest Sheet Metal caution will come out, and Trevor Drake dodges a bullet as he does not get collected in Colby Burge's mess. And where you would think maybe this plays into John Sheets' hands, I think it plays more into Ryan Gilmore's favor, because Gilmore was charging to the front. He started in 10th. He got up to 3rd, and he was the fastest car on the track. Is 5 laps left enough for Ryan Gilmore to get 2 cars on his way to the top spot? Don't know if he'll have enough time to get past Hot Shoe Trevor Drake and John Sheets, that has won just about everywhere across the Midwest. But Ryan Gilmore will give it everything he's got. The Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew on the front stretch, there's some debris, and it is wedged into the clay. So they're going to have to get the spade shovel out, pry up on it, and get it up off the racing surface, to which they do. As the cars all single file with 5 laps to go. Check the running order with Drake, Sheets, and Gilmore, your top 3. Andy Bryant in 4th, and J.C. Morton. Again, J.C. passing a boatload of cars on his way to the front. When you look at most positions gained, Ryan Gilmore and J.C. Morton both have passed 7. Gilmore started in 10th. He's up to 3rd. J.C. started in 12th, and he is up to 5. Single file restart, so no choose cone as of yet. This will be Trevor Drake's race to lead to the green, and we'll see if he can play his cards right, trying to time out his restart and keep John Sheets and Ryan Gilmore at bay. Trevor Drake's got to be careful here. Can't jump a restart. Has to make sure he gets to the Lucas Oil restart zone over in turn number 3. To which he does. Hammer down through 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. John Sheets and Ryan Gilmore stay right with him. Drake is not able to pull away. Andy Bryant might get a lucky break here as he dives to the inside of the 66 of Ryan Gilmore. Makes it a side-by-side battle for 3rd. And Andy Bryant going to have to lift as he had too much momentum. Gives the advantage back over to Ryan Gilmore. He and John Sheets so close together to one another in a battle for 2nd. Now Gilmore across the nose. Slide job. John Sheets gives a little bit of tap. Crosses back over underneath him. Into 3 they go, as Trevor Drake pulls away by 5 car lengths. Back to Ryan Gilmore, John Sheets, and Andy Bryant. They are now running out of time. Only 3 laps remain, and those 3 cars running for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all making taps, making moves, getting a little bit squirrely. Really allows Trevor Drake to charge out in front by more than a second, but the Midwest Sheet Metal caution out again. And now John Sheets and Ryan Gilmore and Andy Bryant all get together as the yellow came out. The caution was thrown for the 15 of Nick Drew. He is stopped in turn 2. That would be his 2nd spin. As the Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew head over to them. Last time by, Ryan Gilmore had gotten past John Sheets. So Gilmore up to 2nd. Sheets in 3rd. And with 5 laps to go, Gilmore, Sheets, and Bryant were all connected on the restart, allowing Trevor Drake to get away. So John Sheets got into Gilmore, and Ryan took exception to it. So Nick Drew with 2 spins, still on the tail end of the line. Next time by, he should be asked to head to the pit area. And I think the 8 of Sheets just got a little sideways in 3 and 4. Don't think anything was intentional on that with the contact with the 66 of Ryan Gilmore. But now for the restart, instead of John Sheets being ahead of Gilmore, the tables have turned. It was clean off of 2. And again, yeah, you could see there was no real intention there, as on the restart, we see the green, but the green won't last long, as that was John Sheets and Ryan Gilmore getting out of line a little too soon. I peeked over to Big Bad Jerry Ballinger, and he was already shaking his head as they were over into 3 and 4. Had a feeling that restart was not going to be allowed, and it wasn't. So we'll try it again with the lights turned off. Now with 2 laps to go. Stayed nose to tail. Drake leads him to the green. Does Gilmore have the opportunity with 2 laps to go to make one last-ditch effort move to get around the Allen chassis of Trevor Drake? Their team cars, Ryan Gilmore also in an Allen. Then it's a J2 back to John Sheets. There were 3 laps to go at the drop of the green. Timing and scoring had not caught up, so now they will get the 1 to go. And this next time by from Bryson Leftwich. Andy Bryant will challenge John Sheets. Does Ryan Gilmore have an opportunity to pass the 7 of Trevor Drake? He'll have one last set of turns. In 3 and 4, Gilmore goes high, stays on the loud pedal, tries to push the cushion, get the berm to work in his favor. Off of turn number 4 to the line they come, and at the line, Trevor Drake by 2/100ths of a second, able to hang on. Ryan Gilmore, the Gilla monster, stayed in the loud pedal all the way through 3 and 4, gave it everything he had, used the berm to his advantage, and got as close as he could. But it wasn't close enough. A thumbs up from Ryan Gilmore over to his teammate and that Allen chassis of Trevor Drake, as Trevor will win for the first time in 2025. He has had a handful of seconds, 15 total top 5s in 25, 27 top 10s, but win number 1 comes on night number 2 of the Slick Mist Show Me Shootout, presented by Foley Equipment here at Lucas Oil Speedway.